and welcome to Book Tease, the podcast that will hopefully remind you that even the mom next door likes her fiction filthy. We are still celebrating debut month because this is only episode 2. So we are still debuting. Thank you very much. But this week we are branching into Kimberly Lemming, which I knew nothing about Kimberly Lemming, and I still don't because only thing I could find is that she is avoiding main character energy, and you know, task accomplished. Because I still don't know much about her, but I do know she's completely hilarious, and her books are so fun, like absurdly fun. Her debut novel that we are talking about today is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. Um, First off, title hilarious, and it really just kind of speaks to the tone of the whole book. I have to be totally honest. I I started reading this book and then put it down and was like, looked at my husband and I was like, this book is pissing me off. It's completely ridiculous. It's absurd. It's like Renaissance festival set in Louisiana, but everyone still talks with today's slang. Like she's saying, this is sus, and what are you doing, bro? And you can't pull this off, and all kinds of just ridiculous language. And I'm like, but it's supposed to be like Renaissance festival-y. In fact, this is, I think there's about 4 books in the series, and it's called Mead Mishap. So it is very Renaissance festival. um, she's the main character, the FMC of this book, is a spice dealer, like, and her name is Cinnamon, because she sells cinnamon. Her best friend is Brie, who sells, guess what, cheese, and her brother is Cumin, and she has another sibling named Chili, and it's just ridiculous. The characters, the language, everything is over the top. There's a point in the book where she's getting mugged, or someone's attempting to mug her, and they're like, "Yo, give me your cloak, and or give me all your money." She's like, "I'm a farmer. I don't have any money." He said, "Well, give me your cloak." She's like, "Dude, this has flowers on it. You can't pull this off. What are you even doing, bruh?" And then he says something else, and she's like, Harold? Or whatever his name is. I don't think it's Harold. I think it's like Harper or something. But she's like, what are you doing? I'm about to tell your brother. You need to get your ass out of here. I mean, it's just like ridiculous. So I did like set it down. And I said, told my husband this book is absurd. And I can't take it seriously. But you know what? Once I said that, and said, you know what? Why am I trying to take it seriously? It's just supposed to be fun. Once I got that in my head, I picked the book back up. I only put it down for like one night, to be honest. It's a very quick read. But I picked it back up, and by the end of the book, I truly was just giggling and enjoying myself because you have to just ride with it. Ride with the feel, ride with the silliness. And if you do that, you will love this book and pretty much anything by Kimberly Lemming, because she has another series out now that the second book should be coming out soon. It's available for pre-order currently, but it's aliens, and the female main character is somehow kidnapped by aliens and ends up on an alien ship and then on an alien planet and falls in love with an alien, and it's hilarious. And I have read that, and I will continue reading it. So when that next book comes out, I will be picking it up. But yeah, I just know that if you pick this book up, you will giggle, you will enjoy yourself, you will love it. There is some spice, so you can get that in, and but don't take it seriously. Just roll with it. Just enjoy it. Just have fun with it, and it'll have fun with you. Okay, so our female main character is Cinnamon Hot Pepper. Like I said, silly names, and she sells cinnamon among other spices, but cinnamon seems to be the primary focus in this book, and I'll get into that. I'll get into the why, but it starts off where she's incredibly intoxicated and at a event for her little small town, her little bumpkin of a small town called Boo Hell. So they're having a festival of sorts that they have every 15 years when there's four people chosen to be the hero team. There's two men and two women, and they get sent off to help the goddess, or to be sacrifices to the goddess and help her defend the realm, or the world, or their town, or whatever, from demons. Okay, wrap your brain around that. They're getting sacrificed, but willingly. Like, it's an honor. You want to do it. You want to be part of the hero team because you get to wield a sword and go defend your town against demons, and you're chosen and handpicked by this goddess, Myva. So your guess is as good as mine about how to pronounce that. I'm gonna go with Myva. So every 15 years, Myva chooses two men, two women to go off and protect the realm. So this is what's happening. And Cinnamon doesn't want to be main character. Because like Kimberly Lemming, she is avoiding main character energy and she wants to just float and enjoy herself. And so she's like dyed her hair pink. She's doing everything she can to not get chosen. Like that's her primary goal is she doesn't want to be chosen. I want to sit here and drink and have a good time with my friends and run my cinnamon farm, and I do not want to be fighting demons and going off into the gates to see the goddess and count me out. I don't want that kind of adventure in my life. I just want to chill. So she's happy she didn't get chosen. So she gets in her cups and starts drinking a ton of mead and gets incredibly tipsy, wasted face. And her friend Brie, because she goes up to her friend and is like, give me a cheese. I need cheese. Because when you're drunk, that's what you want. Apparently, you want to just eat a roll of cheese. So she's telling her friend, give me your cheese. And her friend Brie's like, girl, you need to go home. You are wasted face and you need to go home and go to bed. Sleep it off. You don't need to be in this. So she's like, fine, I'll go home. I'll go to bed. So on her way home is when she almost gets robbed by her friend or someone she knows. And that ridiculous exchange happens where she's like, no, bro, you can't pull off this scarf or this cloak or whatever. And then there's a loud boom, and it seems like the demons are coming through the gate, so the heroes are trying to fight them off. Like I said, this happens every 15 years, but usually the heroes defend and fight them off, and demons never actually come through. But this time, apparently, some demons are coming through, and everyone's freaking out, or she's not sure because she's drunk, and things are from her perspective, so it's a little hazy about what's happening. But after she avoids being mugged by her friend, and she was, for someone who doesn't want to venture, she was very lackluster about a potential mugging, but we'll float past that. Like I said, she hears a noise and she's like, what's that? And she goes to discover what it is, and it's a guy who seems injured, and he's really tall and he's pale skinned and stuff, and she pulls him out of whatever he was in, and it's like checking on him. Are you okay? And then he looks up and it turns out he's a demon, and he tells her you need to run because he's in a crazed state. And she ends up, while running from him, running towards her home where the cinnamon is, and she defends herself with a branch of cinnamon. And she hits him in the face with it. When she hits him in the face with it, it makes him sneeze. And when he sneezes, apparently the cinnamon breaks whatever spell that Myva has on the demons. And then she finds out because, first off, she goes home thinking that telling her family, I got attacked by a demon. It was crazy. And her family's like, girl, you're drunk. Go to bed. No one believes her. And then intro Fallon, who is our main male character, our MMC, he pops in and he's like, she's telling the truth. And hello, I'm the demon. My name is Fallon Ozul. And I'm about to tell you everything you believe is false because this goddess that y'all worship. So he says she's really a leech, which is a witch or a sorcerer who specializes in necromancy. And she's found a way to cast a spell to control all the demons and make them mindless and attack each other every 15 years, conveniently, whenever this festival takes place, to keep her control on all the people and keep being worshipped. Because she has four main temples of worship, and each of the four temples has a chalice that, in the chalice, holds the power to control the demons. So he's like, okay, Cinnamon, and you showed all this bravery in saving me, and plus, since I know you, I won't kill your family and I won't harm your town if you help me destroy this chalice in the temple that's right here in your town. And she's like, oh man, like I'm trying to avoid adventure and saving the world. I didn't want to be chosen. Why do I have to do it? And he's basically like, well, because I said so. And because I know you and I really want you to be the one that helps. She's fine. If I go help you kill this or smash this one chalice in this temple, you promise that you're going to take care of my town and you're going to not hurt my family at all. And he's like, yes, bet. That's a deal. Let's do that. She's like, all right. Well, they go and they do that. And he was like, oh, you're so great at that. You now have to come with me to do all three. And she's like, what? That wasn't the deal. I don't want to do that. I want to chill, like I said. And he's like, nope, you got to come with me. And again, your town's protected, blah, blah, blah. She's like, fine, fine, I'll do it. I'll go be a hero. And then they go off on a quest because all adventure books need a quest. So their quest is to defeat the other three chalices, and to smash them to release all the demons from Maiva's hold. So that's what they go to do. So let's talk about Fallon. Fallon Azul, turns out, you do learn what kind of demon he is. He is a shadow dragon demon. And he's got horns, and he's hot. Even for a demon, she says he is like cut. Um, he's got like abs for days and the curling horns and yeah, all the things. So the two of them, again, just two people on one quest, um, they go out on the adventure to save all the demons. Well, along the way, there's a lot of just silliness, and he's teasing her about being scared of sleeping in the woods and like all this ridiculousness. And there's a little mishap where she gets attacked by some kind of water dog or something and gets swamped because again, like I said, it's like Louisiana. They're swamped. They're eating crawfish at one point. I felt very at home as someone from Beaumont. Like I'm saying, Beaumont's right next to Louisiana, and now I live in Central Texas. But when I lived in Beaumont, I'm gonna tell you, we had some crawfish, and I know all about the swamp and all of that. So I felt very at home. Like I said, it was like a Renaissance festival in Louisiana where you get crawfish, and I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. So that's they had crawfish. He saves her. She gets swamp in her hair. He has to undo her braids and help her bathe. And so they're taking a bath together. And while they're taking a bath together, she kills an alligator. I'll be honest. I've seen my share of alligator, and never once did I go, oh, I think I'm gonna kill it and eat it. Now, I've had some, I've eaten some, but never once did I just say, oh, I have a knife, let's stab it and kill it. So that was an interesting turn of events, especially for someone who has no interest in being adventurous and brave and going out there. But he saw her do that and he said, okay, you're going to be my wife. I'm not letting you go when this quest is over. We're getting married. She's like, dude, what? That was not the deal, man. What are you talking about? We're getting married now. And he's like, well, won't you? I know you're attracted to me. I'm attracted to you. And I like that you are sassy. And I like that you killed an alligator. So we're getting married. She's like, okay. Um, and they go back and forth on that and land on, again, with the absurdity. She's like, he goes, I have to get some points for saving you from that. And she's like, sure, you can get some points. And then she tells him, if you can get 1,000 points before the end of this quest, I'll marry you. I mean, what's this point system? Like, they don't agree on any of that. It's just whatever brownie points she chooses to give him. If it gets to 1,000 and they remember to keep score and she doesn't take any away, then they get married. But I'll buy it. I'll go with it. 1,000 points. Um, so that's what they do, and they go on this quest. And I'm just gonna break it really, really down kind of quickly here. They go on the quest. They meet other demons, save other demons, meet some friends along the way, and by the end of it, they do smash all four chalices or the other three chalices. They do that, and she starts catching feelings for him. It helps that he went down on her and gave her a mind-blowing orgasm for which he got 100 points for that. So yay on him. But they don't actually have any sex or spice. They have some spice, but they don't have the actual sex until he does decide to bite her, because that's how demons get married. They mark you. He doesn't actually drink her blood or anything, so it's not vampiric, but he does like bite her neck and leave a mark and share powers. And so she ends up with some powers, but then that activates a honeymoon phase where all you want to do is bang. But they can't bang until they finish the quest, and he bit her right before they got the last chalice. It's just absurd. So they're just like in this locked, oh my god, we want to rip each other's clothes off, but we gotta save the world. It's like, don't. Anyway, um, they do end up with some light BDSM and just, I mean, I'm talking praise kink, glorified. He's all like, be a good girl and get on your knees. And I mean, it's great. It's great. It's hilarious and fun and great. And the side characters are hilarious and great. There's a werewolf that pops up named Felix. He's great. He ends up having his own book, which I think is the next one. That time I yeeted a love potion at a werewolf, something like that. That's what it's called. So, I mean, like, the names are outlandish, but it's all in good fun, and I completely enjoyed it. And let's see, I do have some quotes. This one just kind of gives the vibe of the writing in the book and why I initially was like, I don't know about this language. It doesn't seem to fit whatever like world or time period that the book's trying to be in, but it, you know what, it worked. Just like I said, you gotta just go with it, and then you're having a fun ride. But just to give you that vibe, here it is. My lack of desire to be eaten by orcs was a turnoff, and the bastard needed a more adventurous woman. She's talking about why her ex broke up with her and left. Weeks of crying later, a dear friend came over to slap me out of my sad girl routine and to remind me that he ain't shit. Okay. I was like, this is silly. But, everyone needs a good friend to slap you out your sad girl routine and remind you that dude ain't shit and you don't need a man. Why not? We all need that, I suppose. Here's like the quote of the book: Who needs him or any man? Love's for people with not enough wine in their hands. And that's why she's off getting drunk and eating wheels of cheese. But she did find love. And now she gets to get drunk and eat cheese with her dragon demon man. And that's sexy. Because, I mean, he breathes fire and he can fly and turn into an actual dragon. And yeah. And he's got major toucher and die vibes, which again, mm. Which, you know what, I want to take a minute to interject. The toucher and die vibe trope is sexy in books. I mean, when you got a morally gray guy who's super hot and totally into the heroine, and he's like, if any man or anybody even looks at you wrong, I'm gonna end them. And I'm, you know, it's really sexy to be like, he touched you, that's it, he's dead. It's really sexy in a book that like hyper masculinity turn on. It's like, okay, yeah, that's right. I'm the princess. Don't touch me. If that was in real life, I'm gonna be honest. If my husband was like, that man looked strong, I'm about to kill him, I would be honestly incredibly concerned. Like, sweetheart, not necessary. So it's sexy in books. It's one of those things, sexy in books, really concerning in real life. Very toxic and concerning and unsexy in real life. But in a book, yay. He has another quote, which kind of shows his toucher and die vibes. And it's, every scratch, he whispered, his tone gentle and comforting. Every bruise I will pay back in fire and blood. Again, sexy in a book. But don't be doing that in real life. Okay, so the spice was really good in this book. I mean, like I said, light BDSM, make or beg, brace kink. It was all in there. He had some words. It was lovely. He was a man that loved to give, if you know what I'm saying. And we like that. We like a giving king. So I'm, but I have read way spicier, and what I mean by that is there was light kink, but there wasn't like full on kink. So this is not going to hit a 5-star rating. I mean, a 5 chili pepper rating, whatever. It's not five level spice, but I will give it a 3.5 to 4 star. 3.5 to 4 spice level there. The book itself, I'm gonna give, I think about the same, 3.5 to 4 star. It was a lot of fun, but it was really outlandish. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat. Do I want 3 or do I want 4 stars? We'll just land at 3.5. Perfect. 3.5 star rating. 3.5 to 4 spice level. And I'm happy with that. It was good. It was a fun book. Do I recommend it? I do. I do. I recommend it. I recommend it as something that's just fun and gonna make you giggle and that you can't take seriously. But it's a good ride and it is something you will for sure enjoy. So if you want to pick it up, there it is, and enjoy it. Now let's get to our casting because, like I said last time, this part is so fun. I love looking up actors and actresses and seeing who might fit the bill because when I read a book, it's like a movie in my head, and I take the character descriptions and I build this person. Or sometimes an actor immediately flashes in my head, or a friend, or someone, something immediately flashes in my head, and I get an idea of how this person looks, and then I carry that throughout the book. So actually finding a name for the movie in my head, um, it's a lot of fun. I could take it or leave it if a movie was actually made. But if it was, the perfect actress for Cinnamon would be Amber Riley. Okay? She was in Glee. She's curvy and absolutely gorgeous. She's incredibly talented. She's funny, but she also has just a sweetness, but a sass, and she's just got a good like vibe about her. And honestly, she should be in more things. She should be in more things. She's drop dead gorgeous. So that's Cinnamon in my mind. And there's only one actor I can think of for Fallon. One. And it's Louis Tan. Okay, he was in Woo Assassin, he was in Combat, he's got the physique, and he's got just the look I attributed to Fallon. And he's a martial artist, so he's got that bad boy, like he can kick ass, but he also looks pretty. But I mean, there are some pictures, I'm gonna be honest, where he was like looking at the camera, and you could see him as a demon with horns, a dragon demon breathing fire, and he's just sexy, and he's got that like, I mean, if he was all like, get on your knees or whatever, I'll consider it. I mean, sure, he's amazingly gorgeous, and he just fits the Fallon profile so perfectly. So that's who I'm gonna go with, and I feel very happy about my casting. So, who would you cast? I mean, I would need to know like what y'all think and who y'all think would be perfect. First off, read the book. Did you like it? Did you think the language was ridiculous? Did you think it was just silly, or did you think it was just like a crazy good time? Like, is it a world you would want to jump in? Because I would go if I get to like drink a bunch of mead and be in a Renaissance festival and also eat crawfish and have hot demons running around, who, by the way, all need a woman because like the female demon population's next to nil. So any woman, they're all like, oh, hey, you, let me worship you. I'm okay. I'll go. I'll bite. So I need to know what y'all think. You can hit me up, tell me all you think on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Book Tease Pod. You can also find me on YouTube at Book Tease Pod. Like, subscribe, tell your friends if you're enjoying it. Throw out some ideas if you have something else you think might play well here. I mean, I'm all for it. This should be like just a fun book club that you enjoy being part of. I'm going to release the books on my website, um, which is bookteasepod.com, and I'm going to release the books ahead of time. So if you want to read the books before you listen to the podcast or watch the YouTube, I mean, by all means, yell with me because I love that. That's a lot of fun. Theme music is by The Scraps, which is my husband's band, and I will be releasing a little blog about that on my website. There's a little newsletter section, and it's like a little blog section, and I'm going to be telling all about The Scraps and how I met my husband. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next week, and until next time, keep it spicy. Baby.